I'll be alright.
It's Sunday, August 23rd, and you've tuned into the People's Patriot Project. We got your 6 at 6. Right now, you're listening to WeP3 Radio, proudly produced in partnership with Threes Across America. Together, we share a mission to remember the fallen, honor those who have served, and to teach your future generations a value of freedom. A freedom not paid and secured for by the brave men and women who have worn our national and local uniforms. Stay tuned for We Got Your 6 at 6. Now playing on WeP3 Radio, Michael Allen with Slow Down.
I live this moment every day in my head, and in that moment I wish I was dead. I need to slow down. Well, I need to slow.
Left your left, hey. Left right your left. You got it.
Trucker.
Doctors, roll out. You're watching or listening to We Got Your 6 at 6 Patriot Playtime. We the people, the People's Patriot Project.
Looking for a place to put your skill set, your thoughts, and ideas, or want to help continue the mission? You have come to the right place. We are the People's Patriot Project, and we are the shock and awe when it comes to meeting the needs of our veterans and first responders. We are dealing with a new enemy in today's world where the wounds are not always seen. We want you to be a part of this mission in saving lives and making a difference. Welcome to We Got Your 6 at 6 Patriot Playtime. Here's the WeP3 team bringing you today's best heroes hits in the boots on the ground organizations that are saving lives. And as always, Patriot Pride.
Left your left, hey. Left right your left. You got it.
Trucker.
Hey, good evening, Phil Cook, and thank you for being here. It is that time once again. It is Sunday evening, and we got your 6 at 6 is here. I am Andrea. I'm here with Mark and Frank. Every week, we bring you some people to meet, some new people, some not so new to us people, and hopefully somebody that shares something that is in your backyard. Tonight, we get to meet with Kevin Lombardo. He's going to share about Boots to Beaches and some other things that we talked about the other day. And Jenn Ford is here to share some music stories and all kinds of cool stuff. Before we get started, you guys, I got to remind you, coming up on Saturday, the Marine Corps Reserve birthday is happening, the August 29th. This is also known as the United States Marine Corps Reserve or the U.S. Marine Corps Forces Reserve. This was created in 1916 in conjunction with the creation of the Navy Reserve. Since then, the evolution of this force would expand from just 35 to today's roughly 40,000 Marine Corps reservists. The Marine Corps Reserve birthday is observed every year on the 29th of August. They are tasked with the mission of augmenting and reinforcing active duty Marine forces during a war or open hostilities, national emergencies, and contingency operations. The Marine Corps Reserve also relieves active duty forces in peacetime missions and offers services to the community. And I know Peterson absolutely loves this because he doesn't think the Marines get to celebrate enough birthdays. So you're welcome. Thank you to the Marine Corps Reserves. Moving on to our sponsors. Catch 22 with Derek Iozio. He is the godfather of the People's Patriot Project, and we want to share him with you. His peer support group, Catch 22, works with other groups, individuals, and all kinds of support, or maybe just coffee, or maybe just a conversation, whatever you need. We love Derek Iozio and Catch 22 Peer Support Group. Next up is Operation Texas Strong down there in Weatherford, Texas. We have got Peggy and Bobby Krutzinger. Bobby and Peggy and Bobby. I won't even tell you which one I think is in charge more. Bobby does a great job of sharing the mission of taking in used RVs and giving them to homeless veterans. And they've got a campground. They've got a campground store. It is amazing. If you know somebody, or if you currently have a camper, an RV, anyone of the sort that you would like to share, go ahead and give Bobby a call and let him know that you've got something to give him. And then we have got Business Growth Engine. Stephen Rainwater, Jonathan Wills. Oh my gosh, I missed the meeting on Wednesday with them, and I feel like I missed a whole year's worth of new stuff about technology, you guys. They are amazing. If you want help with your website, if you want help with the CRM, if you just want to learn about AI and a little bit about marketing, perhaps, these are your guys. They are amazing. And I'm going to tell you this, they speak like my language, not that language of technology. I don't think I passed any of those classes. So, okay, I passed one or two. But they're there to help. They are here for you. They are both veterans and they love helping veterans. So if you have questions, just give them a call. They'll answer your questions. Maybe they can do what you'd like them to. Maybe they have some other ideas for you. All of our guests, all of our sponsors, and all of our listeners, we want to thank you. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for being here, for sharing, for watching, for telling everybody about it. We appreciate you to no end. And before we dive into this week's show, we would like you to take a moment to join us for this amazing version of the Star Spangled Banner with Dave Bray, USA.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take the time to stand if you are capable of standing. Out of honor and respect, please remove your covers and prepare yourself how you need to show your greatest gratitude for the amazing freedoms and liberties we have achieved under one of the most powerful symbols in the world. Please cast your attention as we respect our old glory.
So proud. and the twilight lies gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets trembling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land under the fray, and the home of the brave. Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in the name of the brave. We are the U.S. of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. This land of the brave, the U.S. of A. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land under the fray, and the home of the
Patriot Pride.
It is Sunday, August 23rd, and you are here for the People's Patriot Project. We got your 6 at 6.
I just got three things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your
There we go. There
Whoa,
we go.
no
We're here.
repeat.
We're there.
No repeat.
No, I was smart enough, but you know what? I started lagging and freezing right as it started, and I was like, "Oh no, it's happening! It happens. It is what it is." Folks, check out the panel we got today. It's an all-star lineup. I mean, we do it every weekend, and it's exciting. It gets exciting. It gets exciting. And we've got some of the most amazing people on the face of the earth on. We got your 6 at 6. This is where we continue the mission. And we are what's going on here? I see me. What is going on? It's the gremlins. It's going to do it today. I'm not going to get sucked into that. It's not a big deal. We put everyone to work when they come and watch the show. when they listen to this show. And if you listen to it, it's probably not that cool. But we have a spokesperson we're going to bring on real quick. This is Bastian the Bison for the WeP3 team.
At the People's Patriot Project, our mission is more than just words. It's a call to action. Each of us bears the vital responsibility to check your six. We begin this important journey with a moment of self-assessment. Ask yourself, are you truly mission ready? If the answer is no, don't wait in silence. Reach out. Use your skills. Lean into your resources and connect with your network. Whether you turn to a trusted friend, a supportive organization, or dial 988, remember, you must be battle ready to stand strong for the mission ahead. Once you feel equipped, take that next step. Reach out to 6 people in your circle. Check in on them. No agenda, no judgment, just genuine connection. This is how we build strength, shield one another, and serve our communities with pride. Together, we reaffirm our commitment. We got this. Patriot Pride.
Are you sure that wasn't a body double for Mark?
No, what are you kidding? Come on now. Come on. Now, what's funny is that's the kind of clothes I wear. So that is kind of, that is. But, so I feel like, and we do this every weekend, we feel like we don't have to explain, but we want to explain why. First of all, it's kind of our answer, and this is a new little narrative that I get. Do you remember The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe and how powerful Aslan was? We need that same character to reach in and reach out to our veterans and our first responders who are finding that funk, that thing, that moment, that glimpse of ickiness. I also got tired of listening to people say, oh, why didn't I reach out? Why didn't I, it's after the fact, or, everyone's so heartbroken after someone has taken their life. And I get it. It hurts. It sucks. But what did you do? Did you reach out? Did you talk to them? Were you engaged? Were you part of their life? And you know what? I'm sorry, because there are some cases where people are fully engaged, they're fully together, they're doing their thing, and we still find that some of our brothers and sisters find this as a means of the way out. So the one that gets me is, but why did they reach out to me? Did you reach out to them? And again, are you that close? I mean, if you do nothing, you should expect for nothing to happen, or people go another direction. And so I say, you have a tool in your hand right now. Get in there. I was just thinking about you, or I'm checking my 6, dog, or one of those weird military, gross little funny joke and or meme or GIF or whatever you need to. And to get someone's attention, you're going to cut. You're going to copy it. We'll do the right order. We're going to copy it. We're going to paste it into 6 different conversations. Hence, check your 6, right? It's super simple. Get it done. That's how we save lives, folks. We're not going to get them all, but we're going to try. We're going to try. Dylan Petrie, good to see you. Royalty in the world of, we were just talking about you guys, the Crutch Singer crew down there in Texas. Operation Texas Strong. There is not an organization that I bona fide 100% guarantee you the Crutch Singers are doing what they say they're going to do. Derek Iozio, the Godfather, Catch 22. Thank you for being here, brother. Thank you for the work you do behind the scenes with the People's Patriot Project. And we're here. It's time. We got the amazing and lovely Mr. Lombardo, and then we got Jenn Ford. Oh, wait. That's the other way around. Sorry, guys. Sorry. We have the amazing and lovely Jenn Ford in the house. And then we have Kevin Lombardo of Boots to Beaches. And I bet he has tan lines. That's what I'm going to bet. You got tan lines? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I can't show you where they're at, though.
Fair enough.
Just got off a cruise the other day. So.
Yeah. Quit rubbing it in.
What kind of cruise?
He's going to tell us how we can all do it. In fact, let's jump in there right there. Kevin Lombardo, tell us who you are, tell us about your service, and tell us what your mission is, please.
All right. Thank you all very much for having me on this evening. My name's Kevin Lombardo. I am still active duty Air Force, 30 plus years. I got about 2 months of time left in the service. Currently stationed up in DC, and living the life up here with my amazing wife Sandy. Over the years, just done what so many of us have done. Deployed numerous times. I was a Air Force Security Forces officer, but all of my deployments were with the Army. So, the Air Force did come to the aid of Army numerous times across the two wars going on over there. So, but I had some bumps and bruises along the way. Suffered some TBI, PTSD on a couple of deployments. And unfortunately, when I was deployed to Iraq, my first time, I lost a daughter. She was just about 3 years old. Her and her brother unfortunately got into a pill bottle. Both of them slipped away into comas. My son KJ, he came out of it, but Chloe passed away in 2005. So that took a strain on me with my military, with my family. Went through some hard times with my wife at the time, which ended up unfortunately in divorce. So I understand the things that our military men and women and first responders go through on a daily basis. And over the years, I had met my wife, my current wife, Sandy. She was a very successful real estate agent in Texas. And when it was time for us to move to Colorado, I was being a commander at Cheyenne Mountain in Colorado Springs. We tried to look for a business for her to take with her, because doing the real estate thing is really hard to do. After a lot of vetting and stuff like that, we found a travel franchise called Cruise Planners, and it was just something that she enjoyed to do. I enjoyed to do. We like going on cruises, going on vacations, and over the years we grew that business. And 12 and a half years later now, we've supported numerous other organizations, nonprofits out there. Blue Skies for the Good Guys and Gals out of Dayton, Ohio. We've also helped out with the Patriot Project, which is different than you guys, but Patriot Project, which is a grassroots chiropractor organization out of Canton, Ohio. They're fantastic, and chiropractors all over the country giving free chiropractic care to veterans and military members. And so over the years, we did a lot of this stuff on the back of my wife, my wife doing things pro bono, gratis, stuff like that. So a couple of years ago, one of my friends said, "Hey, you guys really need to think about starting a nonprofit for yourselves, so you could actually generate funds and help people." So this past year, with me being close to retirement, I decided, hey, it is time for me to put in the applications and everything. And within 2 months, we had our 501c3 for Boots to Beaches. And what we are is we are a near cost-free restorative vacation. We offer restorative vacations to individuals, and we try to do as near cost-free as possible. There are some state laws out there that we can't purchase, money for alcohol or certain things like that. And over the past, we've just been in existence for 10 months now, and we've helped out almost 72 veterans. We've given a few airline tickets to individuals who needed to get somewhere. We helped Vietnam veterans come to DC for the Gary Sinise Welcome Home, where thousands of Vietnam veterans got to walk from the National Mall past Abraham Lincoln Memorial, and then into the field where Gary Sinise played for them. And it was an absolute fantastic experience. So that's who we are. We try to help out people. We currently have over 126 applications in the queue. Now, I can't do every single application that comes forward. So we have a two-part process. So they do fill out their initial application, and then they go, we have to verify who they are and do they meet the eligibility. And then we go to phase 2 application, where our select members of our board will go into it. We have a clinical military family and marriage counselor on our board. We have another life coach on our board. And it's just a fantastic people that have come out and said, hey, I want to help. One of our ambassadors is former prisoner of war, Jessica Lynch. She is definitely on board for what we're doing. And so we're just gearing up. We have hopefully we'll be giving away a really good vacation package to a family here sometime in September, and then go from there. The biggest thing for us right now is we're just trying to collect those donations. We've had some amazing sponsors come out and help us out. But man, I just would love for us to be able to say we're going to give 10 vacations away next year. And that's one of my goals. It was going to be 5 next year, 10 the year from that. But that all depends on the donations and where we could get people to help us out, either by volunteering, applying, and coming to our events. And being on the shows like this is definitely a help. So bootstobeaches.org is where we're at. You'll find all the information there to apply, volunteer, and donate.
Super exciting. Love the mission. And I think there's just such a gigantic need. And I think once people start hearing and knowing about you, I think the door is going to get knocked on a lot more. It's almost sad. It's been since October 22nd, 2023, since we had Miss Jessica Lynch on our show. What an amazing superstar in the world of the ugliness and what she had to deal with, and just the fact that and everyone that's listened to the show, who Jessica Lynch is. She was a huge newsworthy story back in the middle of the Iraqi freedom, and she was held captive, and the things that they did to her were absolutely disgusting. But if Jessica Lynch is vouching for you guys, I know that there's some diligence in that, and I'm super excited about hearing more about what Boots to Beaches is all about. And so thanks for being here tonight, Kevin. We're going to talk more. I want to bring in, I don't know how long we've known Miss Ford. I think she's asleep. Oh, no, she's not. We've known you for a long time, Miss Ford.
I'm not asleep.
Okay, sorry. I know. Do you have your pickle juice with you?
I don't have my pickle juice.
No. How are you going to make it?
I need to get a refill. If you talk to Bob's Pickle Pops, I need a refill.
Yeah, you got to get your sponsor going and get.
Yeah, it's been a while
pops.
since I've asked for some.
Jenn Ford, tell us who you are. Tell us what you do. Tell us about your service. Get her done.
I am from Texas. I spent 11 years in the Army, active duty as military police, and 6 years of that time. That's cool, Kevin. I mean, you probably worked with some of the people that I know. And I was actually at Fort Carson, my last duty station, right there by Cheyenne Mountain. But I spent 6 years on special duty with Army Entertainment and the U.S. Army Bands. I was in the Army Soldier Show in 2001 and went on tour. And then after that, I spent several years singing and touring and performing for military dignitaries and families and foreign dignitaries, and had a blast doing it, and had both of my children while I was working with the Army Bands. And then went back to being a military police officer for about 2.5 years before I ETS'd and came back to East Texas to raise my kids. And then I started my music career not too long after that, and basically started it as an outlet because I had PTSD from MST in the military, and it saved my life. Music saved my life, and I've been doing it for all my life, but professionally for at least the last 13 years. And now I've got a new song that's on Texas radio called I Gotta Keep Living, and a whole new album coming out that I've written, and I'm in the studio. I've recorded 6 songs, and I've got one out on the radio, one coming out in about 2 or 3 weeks. And then I'm going to do a couple more releases before we actually release the album. And I'm financing it all by myself, and it's not cheap. So I need a sponsor if you want to help me out. It's not cheap to record, and it's not cheap to get on the radio and get in front of the right people. But I've already got close to 4,000 streams on my new single in the last 6 weeks. And that's pretty good when I'm just doing it by myself and with my promoter Dusty Motes out of Fort Worth, and my other promoter in Platinum Plus Records. I'm going to be in the magazine called Down in Texas magazine in their fall issue with what's his name? Who am I going to be in the magazine with? Rowdy. What's his name?
I'm trying to think of that guy's name.
Riff Raff.
Riff Raff, yeah.
Riff Raff is. I'm super excited. He's a Houston artist, a rap artist. He's kind of goofy and wears wild neon. He has crazy, cool mullet, and I've always followed him. And this is my service dog, who, if you were watching me off camera when the national anthem was playing, and I stood up to try to honor the nation, Hank thought that he also needed to stand up, and he came and stood up on top of me. And so I had to sit down. This is Hank, my service dog, that wants to know what I'm doing. So I forgot what you asked me now, because
you told us about your service. You told us about your mission.
Yes.
And you told us about Riff Raff.
Yes.
And and
I'm actually doing a lot of performances right now. I average about 150 performances a year. I did have a karaoke business that I was using to finance most of the new music, but I had to scrap the band and start over for professional reasons. And the guys that I have in the band now, one of them is a veteran, and we are playing a lot at VFWs and also American Legions. And I'm a member of the American Legion and the VFW. And my goal is to eventually, and I've talked to you guys about this for years, is to do an American Legion and VFW tour. So slowly building relationships with Texas VFWs and American Legions, but we'll travel. I am performing at Overton Brooks VA Medical Center on September 10th. I'm performing at the Athens American Legion this weekend and the Carthage American Legion in September. So I'll probably set up about 6 or 7 this year, and I'm going to want to try to double that next year, just because I still feel compelled to speak to my brothers and sisters and their families and show them that, music is a healer. Find your people, find the thing that makes you feel like yourself, and it's okay to relate all those things to your military service, because I definitely feel like that once I was able to marry the two instead of trying to keep the two separate, it makes a lot of sense for me to use all of the tools about organization and leadership and just being able to control and manage all of the things that need to happen logistically with a group and a team. I've been able to apply that to a creative outlet, and I'm really proud of the music that I'm making. And I'm have an awesome group of musicians around me always. And my boyfriend / fiance is my new drummer, and that's going great. And he gave me a new ring, a brand new shiny ring, and I'm getting married in February. So that's what's going on with me right now.
You need a toothless saxophone player.
Can you play the kazoo? That's what I want to know.
Better than the saxophone right now.
Saxophone may actually work in some of the music later.
I can't bite down. I'm afraid my false teeth will fall out.
What was that show, Tim the Tool Man and his neighbor? Do you remember that show? I think
Home
Frank's
Improvement.
Al.
Yeah. Frank is our Al. He doesn't have his full face on the screen, and oddly enough, I think he sets us up.
No,
every
that
week.
was Mr. Wilson.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Al's is
right.
Al's is co-star.
Yeah.
Mr. Wilson's the
Mr.
neighbor.
Wilson. Frank is our Mr. Wilson with the bird sitting on his head. That's what we got.
Mr. Wilson.
I think he sets this up every week. I really do. I think he aims that bird for the top of his head, and then we get to sit.
I got no place to sit. I mean, I could sit on a blow up teddy bear and make my.
I don't know why you would have a blow up teddy bear there, Frank. That's
it's right there.
Things are getting weird now. Things are getting weird. It's all good. It's all good. Miss Jenn Ford, what song would you like to start with tonight?
Ooh, I know I sent you some. Do you want me to play now, or do you want to play a song and then me play?
Your call, man. It's your show.
Okay. Let's do. Which ones did I send you?
I'm getting old. My eyeballs don't see it.
I gotta keep living.
I was you, or it was you, and Woman in Black.
Okay, let's do Woman in Black, because that was a big time hit about 5 years ago. And I want to show the progression from where I went to where I'm going. So
all right. This is a rock star video of Jenn Ford. This is Jenn Ford with Woman in Black.
She shows up and makes her way through the crowd with her head held up high. She always looks proud, there's no fear in her bones. She ain't afraid to be bold. In a game of cards, she'll never fold. Well, she never second guesses, she won't think twice. Ain't afraid to take chances, but she's choosing the dice. She don't care what you think, she knows she'll impress. When you got on a black, you don't need a damn dress. Woman in black, she's the woman in black. When she takes out the mic, she pours out her soul. She don't hold back when it's time for the show. The kind of music from the days of old, the band is right there playing blues, rock and roll. Woman in black, she's a woman in black.
That is Jenn Ford, Woman in Black.
Thanks. That's the original band. None of those guys play for me anymore.
Not here anymore.
That so this takes us back in what we've been, not with Jenn, but I mean she's been a huge advocate for some of the things we've done. We actually had her in Minnesota for an event that we did to help a first responder get the foundation for his home. We had the amazing our intro song is built by Dom Kurz and BJ Leggett and the real Doug Lane.
Yeah, I'm actually going to record a song that I wrote when I was hanging out with those two guys in 2022. You know, I went and we had like a little songwriting retreat on our own, and I wrote a song, and I wrote it for BJ, and I'm actually going to record it. Two of them, actually. One of them that BJ and I wrote together, and one that I wrote on my own.
Super amazing dudes.
Yeah, and you connected us with those guys. I might have met BJ eventually or Dom eventually, but you bringing us up there helped us form a friendship, and that was probably the first time that I actually was performing with folks outside of the military that were veterans in a very long time. Like I hadn't been around other veteran musicians until you guys connected me, and that actually kind of drove me to find more veterans to perform with, because I felt like that they understood female leadership a little bit better, and they also understood why I wanted to play in front of veteran audiences more. And so if I do a lot in the community locally for veterans organizations, like if folks call me, I'm playing at the Audie Murphy Museum in Greenville in September for their ceremony they're having. I'm also have done the Women's Veterans Day celebration at UT Tyler last year. I performed at that. And you guys kind of put that in me to get reconnected with my veteran community. Because I think what happened when I first got out of the service is I spent a lot of time trying to figure out who I was away from the service. And so I kind of downplayed my service, even though I was in for 11 years. And now I wear it on my shoulder like a badge. Like I felt a lot of shame, I think, when I first got out. I felt a lot of regret, and there was nothing really that I did wrong. It's just that I had to leave to go and take care of my family. And I think that felt like my job was kind of unfinished. And so when I started approaching all that stuff with PTSD and how to relate to my community after I got out, there was a lot I had to overcome. And that first 2 or 3 years was hard. And when I got back into music, then I completely separated from my veteran experience, and then gradually was able to marry the two. And you guys were kind of part of that in the most recent way. In the last 5 or 6 years, you made it easier for me to stand up and tell everybody, yeah, I'm a veteran. And now it's part of my identity, and I'm not ashamed of it. I think it probably encouraged me to go ahead and get my 100% benefits, because I was sitting at like 60 for about 6 years when I definitely needed 100%. And I think that's something we all struggle with when we're getting out of the services. Like, who am I now that I'm out? Like, who am I as a person? And you're all of those things. You're a veteran, you're this other version of yourself, you're all of those things. It doesn't just stop when you get out of service. And you guys helped me do that. And those introductions are important. Those people that you find that have common interests with you are important. And like with Kevin's Boots to Beaches, you go and hang out with other veterans on a cruise, and it's a low pressure area, a low pressure experience. And you find out that you have a lot more in common with folks, and you don't feel as isolated. Connection's super important to being able to move forward and heal.
I do use your quote sometimes when you were kind of mulling over that weekend. I think you guys went for a walk in the Ruck Circle, and you came back and you were like, you guys looked at me as a veteran, a female veteran, a musician that's a veteran, and and you were kind of mulling it, putting it all together in that moment. You're like, nobody's really ever put them all together for me. I'm just a musician when I go play, and I'm just a veteran when I'm hanging out with my brothers and sisters, and that was a way for us to bring you forward, I guess. And those guys were great support too.
Well, and since, I mean, you guys were kind of the pioneers in a lot of these programs. Like I was invited to go to the Warrior Song in 2023 or 20. Yeah, I think 23. And there are more veterans that go to that every year that, and it's a songwriting like camp set up by Zach Brown and his facilities that he has out near Savannah, Georgia, or no, it's actually near Atlanta, Georgia. And he brings veterans out for all kinds of retreats, for healing retreats, and then specifically songwriters who are veterans so they can get in front of industry professionals to kind of just have connections, because it's difficult to understand how to do everything logistically as a creator and get your music heard unless you start developing connections. And I don't know, that was a great experience too. And I think that being with you guys through the grapevine and some of the connections I made with that kind of placed me to be considered, and they reached out to me for that. And I had a great time doing that as well.
Well, we thank you for all the accolades. I want to make sure you get full credit. You are one of the hardest workers in the industry, and we won't take any of the credit for that. But we do love having you in our network, and I get to say, like, we're friends. And I mean, that's the thing. That's another unique piece about the People's Patriot Project, is that we strive to create those relationships. And we check, we talk. I talk to Jenn Ford, and she talks to the team no less than a half dozen times a year, and trying to collaborate, build, and grow. And I think that's how
I'm still trying to come up there and go fishing. Hello.
I don't know if you're going to
go ice fishing.
Okay.
Let's do it. I think Kevin wants to. Did you see his face light up on that one?
No ice fishing for this guy anymore.
The beaches in Minnesota, January style.
Now let's go July, August. I'm there, but no.
I want to do that
I'm with you, Kevin.
I grew up in the cold. I'm done with that.
Oh, it's really cold. It's very cold up there. It's stupid cold. It's way cold.
I think I was at Minot, North Dakota for 3 years. And Montana. So I'm good.
That's the hell of winter up there. That's for sure. That's
the wind, everything.
The funny part is Jenn came out in October, which is far from when it's really cold. And but
it was really cold. By the way, it's 108 today in Texas.
And my wife grew up in Alaska, so she knows what cold and dark is. So she spent 17 years in Alaska growing up, and she always talks about the months of pure darkness and just cold and being chased by a moose and all that stuff. So
you sound like you're talking about my ex-wife now. Cold and dark.
There's 3 subject matters that Frank is going to bring up tonight. One is toothless saxophone, check. Next is ex-wife, check. And at some point, he's going to bring up a conversation about an
elephant story.
Yeah. Okay, Kevin, I got to ask, what's their hometown up there?
It's Soldotna. I had to get do a quick check. Soldotna, and then in the Kenai Peninsula area and stuff like that. So her dad was went up there for the oil line, but he went up there to do HVAC and all the other stuff like that. And her mom was a pipe fitter and everything. So. It worked the Alaska pipeline. So
it's funny because our musician last week was from Wasilla, and I've met like
Wasilla?
3 or 4 other veterans.
She knows where that is.
She
knows where Wasilla is.
And it's not that big. And then I was telling my dad that I'm like, hey, these musicians, we met a few veterans. It was weird. All the veterans go to Wasilla. And he goes, hang on a sec. 3 people from my itty bitty hometown where I lived in elementary school live in Wasilla. And I'm like,
oh, wow.
Never really heard of that before, but it must be pretty popular.
Yeah.
So,
It's a secret.
She knew exactly.
not anymore. I'm going. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, but we Sandy and I did an awesome Alaska cruise a couple years ago with there was a group of I think 14 of us. So that, believe it or not, that's one of the destination places that people are putting down.
I would love Alaska
for their restorative vacations. They're like, I want to do an Alaska. I want to go to Alaska. I want to go on a glacier. I want to do all these things. So it's just, boots to beaches. It's just not beaches. We will go to boots to mountains, boots to different places and stuff like that. So wherever
can I be honest? When Mark
not boots to Minnesota though.
Not boots ice fishing. Won't do that one.
When Mark thought I was sleeping, I was creeping on your page like, boots to beaches.
I like creeping. I like creepers. That's okay.
He's like, no, I'm creeping. I'm not sleeping. I'm creeping.
I real quick, and this has nothing to do with what we're talking about. The first song that came up today, I claimed Michael Allen, and it is Michael Allen. We did know him as Michael Allen, but he has had a branding change in his world, and I just went through and changed it all as we're sitting here talking. But it's Michael or Mike Sandilla now. Just to give you a heads up, if you were watching the beginning of the show and heard the song and liked it, you won't find it under Michael Allen anymore. You'll find it under Mike Sandilla. I don't know why these artists, Jen, why do these artists do this stuff?
It might be because someone else has their name, and they want to be recognized. Like I just went with Jenn Ford. Like there's only one. There's only one artist is Jenn Ford, and I stuck it first. So, and I know that before, I've been married a couple of times. I did used to use my married name to my kid's dad for a little while when I was doing my heavy metal stuff, but I just went back to my maiden name for everything, and I'm just going to stay this way. But it might be just because it's harder to find, if there's a whole bunch of you, or easy to get confused if there's a whole bunch of you. I don't know. One of those reasons.
Well, fair enough. It really messes
Jen,
up. Go ahead.
Oh, I got to say, when your song came on and I'm on my Facebook Live, some whammy company came on and said, we're taking the copyrights to that. So I don't know who it is, but somebody's taking money from your song. So just throw that out there.
It's always something.
How are they taking the copyrights to my song?
I don't know. I'll send you the link though. I was like, what is this?
It's all bot crap. It's the world we live in now. It's so dumb. For a minute, we would anytime we played someone's song, our show would get shut down, not on the live stream, but in certain channels, and you'd have to go out and dispute it. But I think we've disputed it enough in life now that they leave us alone. I haven't had one for a very long time, but
yeah, they're like, due to copywriters. My little explanation was always like, could be, but she's right here. She introduced her own song. She's okay with us playing it, so get us unlocked right now. It was just a copy paste. They're here in the studio. They sang it actually live. Look at that. Ding dong.
Eichmann puts her crabby pants on and goes and gets it.
They're all defensive.
No one wants that. No one wants that. Mr. Lombardo.
Yes, sir.
What are you guys working on? We already know how to get hold of you, but I want to make sure everyone knows. We're going to get all your links up. All the links are already up, but we want to make sure. Tell us what you're working on now, brother.
So we are working on a couple of really cool groups. I can't name them yet, but we're working on a really good nonprofit that's nationwide, that we're putting together a possible Normandy cruise, so that he'll get some. Hopefully, we'll get some high-profile individuals, veterans, actors, athletes, and we're going to hopefully do a takeover of a ship. That's 30 cabins on a river cruise, and we're going to go to Normandy. Hopefully, this is going to be in 2028. It's going to be open to everybody once we get our cabins situated on who's going to be on the cruise and who's not going, or for the individuals, and it's going to be opened up to whoever wants to go. I think it would be a fantastic trip. One, to be with veterans, and two, to be with the individuals that we're hopefully are going to be able to do that. We're also looking at I think I mentioned this to you guys, a podcast at sea. So we have a couple of organizations, podcasters out there who are very interested in that. So I think it would be pretty cool. You know, we got your six to do to do it on a cruise ship or an island in the Gulf of America, or down in the Bahamas area. So I think that'd be really awesome to do something like that.
Is there a chance, we haven't had formally this discussion, is we got your 6 at 6 on the list of possibilities?
How about we got your 6 at sea?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, but what it is though is we got a lot of podcasts, or a few podcasters that are interested.
Sure.
So we could have our own little thing there, but I think it'd be awesome. We do something out at sea. We bring in all these people together, and I think collaboration is a key. Being on different podcasts over the past few months, everybody's got their little niche. Everybody's got their little thing. So I think it'd be wonderful to get a bunch of people together, and and then whoever they want to invite and come on the cruise, and we could do something special.
It sounds like an opportunity to take down a lot of stories and build a network and just continue to what we call grow.
Absolutely.
Let's grow.
And then of course we have our restorative vacations that we're getting set up for. Again, I want to do at least 2. We're going to try to get 2 families out this year. Our registration is going on right now. So applications that we get right now will go into the November pot to review. The applications I already sent, or the phase 2s I already sent back for the August 30th. We'll be looking at those over the next couple weeks, and hopefully we'll definitely have a really good vacation for a few people to enjoy time away. We understand, life sometimes is just hard. And, if you had something going on with your wife or your husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, or even your kids, getting away for 3 or 4 days, with them, just no worries. They don't have to worry about the, financial of the trip, and just enjoy time away. Because that's one thing that I did not do well after I got back from my deployments. I immersed myself right back into work. 6 months after the day I got back from Iraq, after my daughter passed away, I was already volunteering to go back. And that didn't just hurt me, that hurt my family. And, my kids tell me that all the time now, and they're in their 20s and 30s. So.
Yeah, you were just trying to keep your mind busy because it was too hard to think about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
I understand that.
Super excited about what you're getting done and the options and opportunities that you put in front of people, and just the grow aspect, and then the building, and something that's always been a corner pillar for us is building relationships, and that is how. That's why it's super easy to do your check your 6 when you got a ton of people in your network, and that you're checking in on them, and then just the social aspect of it, and just bringing people out of their space so that they can express the team effort. That's what a lot of veterans and first responders miss after the fact, that they've done their mission, they've done their service. Where do they go from then? And you know what? For me, I was absolutely drove nuts, and I still am drove nuts. I don't do well with public scenes, and the fact that I can't stand the inconsistency of people's, the way they treat each other. And it just is like, come on. Don't kid yourself. There's also times, like Andrea said at the beginning, how many Marine birthdays we got to celebrate, for Pete's sakes? It's ridiculous. I love my Marines, but That's second Navy to you guys, just so you know. I'm teasing as well. But that's why I've never been lonely at any one of the events that we've ever been at in any part of the country, in any place. I've never walked into space and felt like a stranger. And I actually can't really explain like the phenomena of that, only in the fact that I know that the majority of the people in our space have served. Everyone's got a connection, and that's what built. And bottom line is, I'm all about America, man. I'm all about America, and that's what it comes down to. I had a super dynamic conversation. I have no idea why this even started yesterday, but I visited my local Legion. I'm not a member there yet. I'm working on it. But I'm sitting there and I'm talking, and I'm pitching WeP3. I'm pitching our what we're doing, and there's some people sitting around. We're doing Saturday beverage, whatever you want, consumption moments, as we'll call it. I don't know what and there were two very nice people sitting to my right, and out of nowhere they go, "Well, we're liberals," and I'm like, "Okay, what does that mean?" Okay, why are we having that conversation? And she goes, "I really like you," and I'm like, "Okay, what? Again, here's our mission. This is what we do. We don't talk politics in our network or in our conversations, only because all of us who have worn the uniform, it's about America, man. It is. It's about, and I don't think everyone that joins the military is all about, like, I don't think that's necessarily the passion that they're doing, but at the end of it all, they've done something more than 90% of the rest of the country. There's been an investment of self, a person, a lot of times blood, sweat, tears, family, unfortunately limbs, and sometimes life, doing that job. And so that's what I'm excited about. They were willing to have real conversation at that point in space. And my conversation is about saving lives. I don't care. I don't care what side of the aisle you sit on. It doesn't matter to me. Yeah, that was weird dynamic, but then we got through it, and we exchanged numbers, and I sent her the cast tonight. I hope she's listening, and comments, man, comments. Let's do it.
And if I could throw out there, for the military, we had the same thing. People join for different reasons. People do things for different reasons, and when you sign on that dotted line, and when you do that, that we all bleed red. That's the thing. We all bleed red, and I think the individuals who have joined the military, hey, we have a bond. We went to a MEPS at some point in our career. Had to go into a room with some 70-year-old guy, bend over and do all that stuff. So, it's kind of weird what we have to do just to get in the military and everything else. So if you know what I mean, you know what I mean there.
Yeah, there's a moment. There is a moment. Frank, what do you got for the news, brother?
Oh, we got some doozies today, man. Hold on. The first one, a lot of times when folks transition from the military, especially as senior leaders, they feel like they might want to try to start their own business. And what they don't realize is the VA has a lot of great things that they can use to start up their business and run it. And one of the things they have is a program called Boots to Business. And they do a lot about teaching people how to start, run, and maintain a business. And they have a boot camp for entrepreneurship. And the other thing that's available underneath the Veterans Administration, there is a program that can provide funding to startups. And microloans can provide up to $50,000 to help launch or grow a business. And the 7A loan program offers flexible financing and options for many business needs. So there's a lot of things you can find out at the VA that can help. They also can do franchising if you're interested in franchise. They have a directory that they can put you in touch with the people that grant the franchises, and contracting. They have just a ton of success stories with veterans who have started up and run businesses. And there's a website, sba.gov/vets, VETS, and that'll provide you a lot of information that you can go through. And my God, I think I'm going to look at it because I have an LLC. Maybe they can help me out. All right, the next one. This one covers unemployment. And I don't think that should come as a surprise that veterans' unemployment is maintaining its hold on where it was and not growing substantially. I mean, most businesses, when they hire a vet, after a short period of time, they realize what a great deal they got and what a great person that is to add to their company or organization. They went through a bunch of numbers on drops and increases, and the one I found kind of odd, the unemployment rate for women veterans went up from 3.6 to 3.8, but veterans overall stayed at, I think it was 4.2. So it's pretty stable considering everything that's going on. And there was one part of it they talked about among the unemployed, the number of people in temporary layoffs increased by 153,000 to a total of 921,000 people who are temporarily laid off. And that's not good. And number of permanent job losers changed little at 1.7. But the good news is veterans are holding fast, and I'm not surprised at that, but congratulations to everybody out there in the working life, and stick with it. It'll get better. The third story, and this one hits home, and you'll know why when I get into it. The VA honored Native American veterans and one of the last Navajo code talkers. And if you're listening and you don't know about the Navajo code talkers, you should look it up because it was an amazing thing that happened. The Marines were having issues with the Japanese intercepting their transmissions and being able to find out, what was going on. And they were breaking every code that the Marines tried. And then they brought on a bunch of Navajo Indians who volunteered to serve with the Marines using their native language, Navajo language. And the Japanese could not break it. They had no idea. So the Marines were able to function and send messages without the risk of being found out, and it helped them a lot, and especially at Iwo Jima. And it's a great story. I had thought that all of the Navajo code talkers had already passed, but evidently there's one who's still alive. And God bless them all. And the reason why this strikes home with me is when I created the Army Interpreter Translator Program, we used green card holders and new Americans, not Native Americans, but we use them to provide language and cultural support to the soldiers overseas. So just a great program. And get a chance to look it up and read about it, and you'll be as impressed as I was. And my last one also strikes close to home. This is I can't believe this really happened. And this evidently is becoming a thing. So now you can turn on YouTube almost any day and find videos of corgis racing. it's probably the funniest thing you'll ever see. And that the best part is when they don't come back and they run out there and then they just take off and run off the course and people are chasing them all over the place because corgis have a mind of their own. If they don't want to go in one direction, they go there biting each other. And I have one corgi and she's all I can handle.
Is Frank, you own a corgi? Is it a qualifier to be a corgi? Do they all have does their bellies have to run on the ground to be a corgi?
Yes.
Or is that
yes,
okay. Yeah.
They do. And I think that kind of makes them move faster because with their little legs, I think when their stomach hits the ground, it kind of helps them move forward. So they're bouncing and they're running. Bounce, bounce.
That's just, okay. All right.
I feel bad for the people who are listening on our radio because they can't see me.
Oh, yeah. And we talk about the bird on the head. They have no idea what we're talking about, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm getting to the point in my physical training where I can probably run and bounce my stomach off the ground.
Is that going to be the fourth theme for Frank the Myth?
Fourth theme?
The fourth. Yeah, I mean,
Right after the elephant.
We got the elephant. We've got the
Oh, yeah.
We got
heck yeah.
Toothless saxophone player, and then we got the. Okay, got it.
I think you need to change his name to Frank the Myth, DeMyth.
Oh, I've never heard that before, young lady. My drill sergeants used to do that one.
The Myth, the Legend, Frank the Myth, the Legend.
I joined the Army as a saxophonist. I wasn't kidding. I was in the Army band.
I know what working in the Army band's like.
When I had teeth.
Best job ever.
Yeah. I don't know.
If you haven't done anything else except be in the band, you have nothing to compare it to. But I've done a bunch of other stuff.
I spent 28 years in. I was only in the band for about a year.
Really?
And I got fortunate.
Was your call sign Hot Lips later on?
Well, I still play. I used to until my teeth fell out eating an ear of corn once. So I'm done.
That'll do it.
Retired.
These ones cost me $8,000. I ain't got $8,000 to pay for another set.
That'll do it.
Thank you for sharing the news, Frank.
You're welcome, boss.
I am not anybody's boss. There's only one boss on this screen. That's Miss Eichmann. She's the boss. Mr. Lombardo, what is the overall? Where are you going? What's the vision? What are we going to get done? What is there a destination? Is there a finish line, or are we just going to keep blowing this thing up the best we can?
Oh man, I don't see it. I didn't put out a destination. I didn't put out a finish line. The only destination I'm putting out is for those veterans, first responders, Gold Star families, nurses who just work so hard, and get them to a destination where they could enjoy a few days, a week with heck, if they want to go by themselves. I even had somebody say, can I just go up by myself? And I'm like, absolutely. If that's your bag, we'll get you somewhere. But the application process that we're looking at right now, we're final touching on our rubric to make sure that we got the right people. If a guy says, hey, I want to take my wife on a 10-day European cruise, that's probably not what we're going to look for. We're looking for, individuals who, just to take his wife on a cruise. So we're looking at individuals who have a need, who've given so much back to the communities, to the country, and we want to reward them. Things that they do on a daily basis, some of these men and women are heroes. Police officers, firemen, nurses. So we want to be able to give them something just to relax and go enjoy themselves. We're going to do a pre-screen with them with our clinical team. We're going to do a pre-screen with them with our life coach. And then afterwards, we're going to follow up. A lot of times I go to a lot of different organizations, and you go there once and you do all this work for them and you enjoy yourself. You shoot a gun, you do this, but then you leave and you don't hear back from them. There's no survey. There's no, hey, how are you doing? And unfortunately, I've seen, an individual who was hurting bad in an event, felt good, went home, and 6 weeks later, unfortunately ended his life because, he just was, he was, in his mental state. So we believe in, talking to the person up front, talking to them while they're at the event, and then following up. Follow up is very key for me in this situation. The only way we could do this is, obviously donations, sponsorships, and other things like that. So it's the world. I could offer the world to people as long as we keep doing the things that we're doing. I have an incredible board, incredible ambassadors, and they keep me in check when I want to do something that goes beyond our thing. So it's great that I have individuals who come back to me and say, hey, that might not be a good idea. Let's go in a different direction. But 5 years, 10 years from now, I'm hoping to get 10, 20 restorative vacations a year.
I love that you call them restorative vacations. That is a niche that we do recalibration and restorative retreats as well with the People's Patriot Project. And my brain has been swirling since you started talking about some of this stuff. Maybe this should be an off behind the scenes conversation, but how about handing a tool or tools available to people when they are in the situation? I can see the good feel of being on this event and being there, and then all of a sudden they're back at home and the good feel's not there anymore. And I can see that, and I don't think that should diminish the mission as a whole. But here's a tool. You know what? If you think, pop it. Here we go. We got people in the network. We'll accommodate those needs and we'll take care of you. Love it. Jenn, I totally blew it.
Absolutely.
What do you mean?
You're supposed to play your second song already, and we just went right over it.
I'll play it right now. I'll
play this song.
This is a new song.
Let's say hi to Miss Laporte real quick. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Jenn was just on Tracy's show, and the two-step.
Yeah.
Boom.
It's called Boots, Stars, and Guitars.
Boots, Stars, and Guitars. You're Tracy just explained it to me the other day.
Yep. All right.
I think Boots, Beaches, and Guitars would be awesome too.
I would love to do that. And I know some people that would come and do that for you. All we need is a ticket to get there, and then I'll provide the music. No problem.
Let's get her done.
And I am a great karaoke host as well. All right. Do you want me to play a song now? Is that what we're doing?
Do it, girl.
Okay. This is a new song that's coming out. It's called Turn You Into a Song. We've already kind of been playing it live. I'm pulling up the lyrics because sometimes when I'm thinking too much, I forget the lyrics. But yeah, I've got them. Anyway, this is going to be one of the songs. So last year I went through a divorce, and I was with my ex-husband for about 10 years. And so a lot of people really didn't understand what was going on. And I felt like I was sort of in a slump with a lot of things. And online, I always look like a happy person because I am a happy person. I try to stay happy, but we learn how to mask and we learn how to compartmentalize our life, especially if you're in the military. And then when things fall apart, they just fall apart. And fortunately, I had plenty of time last year to just kind of write down my thoughts. And then in February, I decided to put it all to music. And this is one of the songs. Guess I'll turn you into a song. 'Cause you couldn't be the man. I'd rather be on my own. That's why I had to make a stand. I'm so tired of trying to love in this town. There's no one here deserves my heart. I've been waiting for you to stand up and be the man I thought you were. But all you did was bring me down. Guess I'll tuck myself in again. 'Cause you're no longer in my life. I know at least I've got my peace. And there are no more tears to cry. There are no more tears to cry. Yes, I'll pick up my guitar, and I'm happy to say it proud. I love myself more than you do, and I will sing your song real loud. I'm so tired of trying to love in this town. There's no one here deserves my heart. I've been waiting for you to stand up and be the man I thought you were. But all you did was bring me down. Guess I'll tuck myself in again. 'Cause you're no longer in my life. I know at least I've got my peace. And there are no more tears to cry. There are no more tears to cry. There are no more tears to cry.
He's talking. Peterson. Mike.
Don't call me Mike again. My name's Mark, okay?
Yep. Mike Peterson. Let's go.
Hey, I just want to remind you that your introduction from me to BJ was the one that gave me my guitar and told me to start playing because I wasn't playing before. And I've been playing now for 4 years because of that introduction to BJ.
BJ's the man.
BJ's awesome. BJ Leggett. Again, I can't take any credit for it, Jen. This is all your work. And so thank you for
but you never know what these connections, I mean, this connection between me and Kevin and Frank now, like, you don't know what it's going to lead to. Like, those connections are important. And it's a whole lot easier to vet somebody once you know that they're a veteran. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes,
there's a certain camaraderie and a certain expectation when you meet somebody, when you feel like you have a shared experience. And there's a trust, like an underlying trust that comes automatically just from like, oh, you get it. You get it. Like, you get what it's like to take a shower in 30 seconds or less. You get what it's like to go hungry. You get what it's like to be dog freaking tired and have to get up and do a hard mission with limited resources. And once you feel that connection with somebody else, that just automatic intuitive experience, then it's easy to trust them on other things. And BJ was like, Jen, you need to do this. And I was like, you're right. I do need to do this. And I've been a musician my whole life. I played guitar. I mean, I played piano, I played oboe in high school, but I always had a guitar, but I never would put a guitar in my hand and sing at the same time. I could read music and do all that. And it didn't take me that long. I started performing within months with my guitar. And now I feel like a lot more confidence. And I should have had this confidence way before. And BJ was the one that gave me that confidence.
It's probably hard to play an oboe and sing at the same time, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And oboe is not my preferred instrument and was not my choice. My mother chose that for me because it was the free instrument.
That
Do
was
you
the
remember
free one.
the Prince song "When Doves Cry"?
Yes.
All oboe players knows what it's like when geese moan.
There he is, the myth, the legend.
They probably give those oboes away for
comedian.
free for sure. That's no one wants to play the oboe.
It takes a long time to be able to play well.
Well, I did good at it, but I
Well,
did
good
not
for
like
you.
it. Say what?
Good for you.
Oh, yeah. That's exactly
Jen,
what
what
it
was the name of that song? No Tears to Cry?
This one's called Turn You Into a Song.
Say it again.
Turn you into a song. But the I want you to skip the song It Was You, because I know we're probably gonna be limited on time, and play I Gotta Keep Living, because that's my new release.
All right.
And that's the song that I wrote after I realized that I was gonna have to change a lot of things after I left Eric. And Eric and I are still amicable. He's doing great. He still talks to the boys, but a divorce is never easy. But I'm at the point in my life where I didn't feel like I was going to lose momentum just because our relationship had come to an end and our marriage had come to an end. I knew that I had to keep moving forward. He was a big part of support when I started gaining success as a musician, because he grounded me in a lot of ways and helped me heal in a lot of ways. But I also felt like there were some things that I had surpassed and overcome. And in my sobriety, I've been sober for 3 years, quit smoking, changed a lot about my health. I've lost about 65 pounds in the last 3 years, and I bought my first home and have a mini farm now with ducks and geese and turkeys and rabbits and dogs and drama and a garden, all stuff that I've been able to do because I made a lot of changes. And this I Gotta Keep Living song is an anthem about, like, I'm not giving up. Even though I'm 48 years old, I have a lot of time left and a lot of things that I want to do. And I want to be healthy up here and in here, you know. So
you young people make me smile.
Old Man River.
And Jen, I understand you found a nice drummer along the way, right?
You know what?
I played drums back in the day.
Yes. Well, my boyfriend, when I started dating him, I started dating him because he have great taste in music and was a good karaoke singer, and he's a mechanic. I would not have started dating him if he had told me he was a drummer up front.
I was going to ask, is he really a good drummer?
He's a great drummer, but I wouldn't. He just played his first show with us. We've been together for 1.5 years. And I just let him play his first show with us on the Kit yesterday. I made him wait, but I made him wait because I wanted to make sure that he learned everything he was supposed to learn, and he learned all my music, and he does great. And he's over there looking at his drums right now, setting them up.
Hey, Jen, I lost 10 pounds. I told my wife, she said, turn around, I'll show you where it went.
You know what? What's your day job?
Writing books.
Okay, we'll stick with that.
Yeah, she tells me that too.
No, you got some good little one-liners. The dad jokes.
Yeah.
Frank the Myth, dad jokes.
Maybe I'll write a book of dad jokes or bad jokes.
I want to write. My sister has a horrible mother-in-law, and I told her I was going to write a book, How Not to Be a Bitch to Your Daughter-in-Law, and I was going to write an entire book and publish it on Amazon and send it to her.
What if she watches the show? Are you okay with that?
She can watch it. She is the worst. She is the worst. She went to my sister's house and organized her underwear drawer and all her cabinets without permission.
And she's the in-law, the mother-in-law.
And she made a dress out of my sister's curtains for her granddaughter without permission.
Sounds like that commercial on TV.
What on earth is happening?
The fancy lady takes the curtains off, and it's like, that ain't never going to happen. Are you kidding me?
No, she did it. And then she called my sister the B word in public because
this is not a confessional.
In front of her kids. So
It'll be a good book.
Will you read it? Will you buy it? How not to be a B word to your daughter-in-law and other things you shouldn't do to your family members. By Jenn Ford.
By Jenn Ford.
You heard it first. I'm going to start on it tomorrow. It'll be 186 pages long.
There you go.
Mind your business. Page 2.
What's the next?
Mind your business. Page 3. Mind your own business.
What is the next big thing for Jenn Ford?
In the book.
The book,
obviously. Well, I'm getting married February 14th. Whether the Cowboys go to the Super Bowl or not, I'm still getting married. And I'm going to be releasing some more songs this fall. And the album should be coming out early 2027. And then I've just scrapped the whole band and started over with very committed people. It's kind of been piecing it together with session guys and younger guys that really didn't have the same commitment or vision. Extremely talented folks, but it's hard to find people that that want a female leader, that will trust a female leader, and that will be respectful.
Does that really become an issue, Jenn?
Yes.
That just blows me away. I don't want to necessarily. This wasn't a track I would necessarily, but does it matter? Can you not stay your lane? And if it's not your vision, if it's not your space, it's not your place. Can you not just? Why can't people be part of a team? I don't get it.
Well, the thing is a lot of these guys, they know that I pay well, and I pay competitive rates. And I work really hard, and they would come and they knew that they were going to get paid well and be put on good stages, but they wouldn't learn the music, or they would drink too much, or they would show up late, or they wouldn't help put things away. And I don't have time for that. I need team players. I need people that are going to put in the effort and that are going to be respectful of the time, because an opportunity to be on a stage is a blessing. And to me, that's church. That's a holy place. That's a place where we're allowed to come into someone else's venue and express ourselves with the art that we've made. And I expect the guys to give 100%, because I always give 100%, but it's hard to give 100% when you got people trying to derail the raft. And I don't have time for that. So I just scrapped everybody. So it wasn't easy to do, but once I got rid of the worst one, then the other ones were easy to get rid of too. It's like, I'm driving the bus. Not everybody wants to ride the bus to the final destination. That's okay. You have many happy journeys to you on your next, your next trip. But
you're not wrong with that. And a lot of times, even in the world of nonprofit work, it's really hard to work with people that don't put out what they say they're going to put out. And it's tough sometimes so we have the conversations. Do we get rid of? Do we cut? What do we do? And we have these conversations all the time about, well, if we get rid of them, it alleviates a lot of the communication, my side, our side, all the sides, but the what they've done does go away as well. But if it's not, I don't know. We have this conversation.
Well, I used to get really upset if I, because I've changed so many musicians over the last 15 years, and I form strong attachments to their creative artistry and their musicianship, because I really have had some extremely talented people, and not all of the transitions have been negative. Most of them have been great, but it's still difficult because sometimes they don't want to leave, but they have to leave because of work or whatever, or they don't want to leave, but they have to leave because there's a conflict with the family and they got to go take care of stuff, and that's all fine. I understand that. The hardest thing to do is, as a leader, especially because I was a staff sergeant, I'm the first person to go, oh, something's wrong with their behavior. Let me see if there's a reason that I have caused them to not have all the tools they need to be successful. Have I told them to be on time? Am I paying them fairly? Am I feeding? I feed the guys. I make sure they know how much money they're making. I make sure they have all the music, whatever. But the biggest issue I have is some people are just buttholes and they can't help it. They don't know how to behave in public. You can't cuss out a server at the restaurant we're playing at because your French fries are cold. Like, it's free, dude. Don't smoke marijuana in the parking lot where everybody can see you. You're here getting paid. Don't get blasted on stage.
If I had a dime for every time I had these conversations with Andrea, I'd like the People's Patriot Project would be.
Don't be a butthole, Andrea, to the lady with your French fries.
Buttholes.
The one thing I found,
wear clean clothes to the gig, please.
Yeah. One thing I found in the travel business with my wife, and then 30 years in the military and now nonprofit, is, I like to call, when somebody just yaps I call them oxygen vampires. They just suck the life out of you.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, oh, we're going to do this. And then you don't hear from them. And then you see them doing something else. And, oxygen thief, oxygen vampires, the people that just yap away. But, you got to, in the nonprofit world, you just got to keep on plugging along. And, that one person who you don't expect that could introduce you to somebody, it is, we've had that, somebody I didn't even think about contacted me and said, hey, I want you to introduce you to somebody, and that person turned out to be a great sponsor and a person who believes in our mission.
Yes.
That is such an interesting conversation, Kevin, only as I sit, because we bring people on and we have conversations, and in our bylaws, we say we're here to cut the fluff because there's roughly 58,000 organizations that say that are helping veterans and first responders. And I personally don't believe that even 10% of them are doing what they say they're supposed to be doing. That's for where we sit. But having
people in general, they just walk around and want a title and aren't doing the work.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But then we sit there and listen and watch, and we have a very stringent policy in our network or in our organization that we will not be consumers of the resources. No one in our network. Now, if you ask us, we will help and support you. But I've gone to event after event after event where I've watched them give away a give to someone that's directly related to their network. And I'm like, I think that's wrong, in my opinion. That's like, even at this point, I would not come to Kevin Lombardo and say, hey, Kevin, what can you do to hook us up to get on your crew? I wouldn't do that now because that's consuming what you're trying to put out there. We've now built a relationship. I will never ask you to be in your event. Now, don't get me wrong. We'll have a conversation. We talked about the live streaming and doing that. That's a different thing. That's I'm coming to work. I'm coming to support. I'm coming to do this. I'm not gaining anything from doing that other than the exposure that we create for you and for the entire network. That's a different conversation. But I've sat there and watched an organization give a motorcycle to a veteran that already has a motorcycle and doesn't need the motorcycle, and he's in the network. And I'm like, why are you guys doing this? It's not right.
It's just lazy, and they don't go find other people.
Yeah.
That's what it is. But then I sit and watch some of these guys that are running organizations, and I swear there's some here in Minnesota. They are on vacation every 3 weeks. And I'm like, how do you run? I have not been on a vacation since I started the People's Patriot Project in 2012. And this ain't about me. That's not what it is. That's the point is, if things are that bad and you are so entirely endeared to this mission, why aren't you available? And they completely say, yeah, I checked out. I'm going on vacation. don't get me wrong. Do I think that you need to take care of yourself? Yes. Self-care is essential. I do a horse crap job in doing that for myself. I do a horse crap job of doing, but if someone in our organization needs time and space, I always tell them family first. I will never get upset if you're doing family stuff first. Jen kind of related to that earlier. If it's family stuff, hey, we only get so many rounds of the sun here. That's the reality. And you need to spend that time with your family. Now, if it comes to the point where it's a detriment to the organization and or the mission, that's another conversation. And it can be. It's tough to work with someone that has 13 grandbabies. I'm just going to say that. It's tough to work with someone with 13 grandbabies.
There's only 12 yet. There's not 13 quite yet.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Because when this all started, they had none. And it was just like, oh, yeah, okay, we're getting some work done. We're getting some work done. We're getting some work done. No. It's been an amazing ride. And we're going to continue to have an amazing ride. We're going to build and grow, and we're going to keep doing what we're doing.
Hey, Andrea, did they call you A-Bomb or they call you Grandma?
Yeah.
I have access to some of those brands. So we're going to go in.
You Grandma?
Grandma Bomb.
Grandma Bomb.
Ba-bomb.
Yeah. There we go.
So, Mark, one of the key things for me though is, with my wife owning the travel agency and her having to go different places, I love her TDYs so much more than I love mine. So that's one thing I'm blessed at. And we just came from a conference for her company, and we were able to, she was doing her stuff with the Valor Vacations, the Profit travel agency that she runs. And I was there as a Boots to Beaches rep, talking with the people afterwards, and that's where our things kind of merge and stuff like that. And a lot of the stuff that the veterans that book travel through Sandy, those contributions, that whatever the commissions are, Sandy will take a portion of that and donate it right back into Boots to Beaches to be able to help out more veterans and first responders.
Right. And we've been on trips where places I would never have gone, some on me and some on the nonprofit. But the mission, Peterson's always like, wow, that was busy the whole entire time. When do we ever take a day off? Like, we're in a different place. We'd like to sightsee. We'd like to do something. And we just don't, because we're busy and we're out beating the streets and meeting people all the time.
Yeah. And one thing that always bothered me as a leader, when I was enlisted, and then when I became an officer, and Jen, you'll probably, in that, August timeframe, when you get that report of all the use or lose leave of the people that you have on your roster and stuff like that. And, I'll look around, and usually it was one of my senior NCOs who's got like 99 days of leave, and he's going to lose 39 days of leave if he doesn't take that, like starting right now. And I think that was a big disservice to not only him, but his family, because he was working all the time. And I'm like, you need to go on leave. You need to do this. And, I came back from Iraq, my fourth time. I had 120 days of leave. And that was ridiculous. And then I met my wife, and it went down to like 27 in 2 years. So, and even in your jobs now,
I'll be on leave. Oh, yeah. No, I'll be on leave.
Yeah, my boss was like, "Are you going to get this down?" And I'm like, "Are you going to let me go?" He goes, "Go." So I would take at least a week off every quarter. And then that brought it down to like 28, or down to the 75 days of acceptable leave. I think we had to get down from 80 to 60, and now it's 60 days. So
that's a good boss too, though. Like,
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I put in for 2 weeks. I put in for 2 weeks leave when I was a lieutenant. My commander called me in his office, and he says, "I'll let you go, but if I can do without you for 2 weeks, you don't need to come back."
Yeah, I don't think I ever went. Maybe 8 days, 9 days was the longest that I went. And then, I did have a couple of, during my 1 year PCS to the desert, I was able to get 2 weeks to come home. And during that visit, I was actually able to go to my son graduation from BMT in the Air Force. So timing was just perfect for my mid-tour and when he was graduating.
That's tough because, I mean, if you sit down and have different direction in this conversation, if you're unable, become incapacitated and or, worst thing ever, they will replace you in your job now. And that's the tough piece. And then doers are doers. That's what they do. I mean, in my space, when I've been the doer, the go-to guy, it's hard for me to want to take time off. A, because I don't know that the job's going to get done right in the first place. And B, how much work do I have to do to get it back up to the standards that I think it should be when it's all done and over? I'm not talking about this, Andrea. Just like,
I saw her eyes going.
It's not about this. Not about this. But it's I mean, I get why you don't take the time. I can't tell you how much leave I have for the other job I have. It's almost close to another 1,000 hours. And if you go past 1,000 hours, you don't get it back. So at some point you've got to take.
You're talking about your job that you have now that I know about, the job that you have?
The one I got to go back to in a week. Andrew's got to go back to tomorrow.
What's a job?
Right. This guy.
Yeah, but you guys are shaping minds, right? You're shaping minds.
Yeah.
6 Saturdays and a Sunday every week.
Well, I like Frank's job. I like his hours.
You
Jenn
get there.
Ford.
Yeah.
What's the song you want to go with now?
Do I gotta keep living? Gotta keep living.
I gotta keep living. This is Jenn Ford. I gotta keep living.
I don't know where I'm gonna go. Things with us just haven't been the
That is Jenn Ford.
Girl, I keep living.
Woo! That has an whole new sound in the back. I like that.
What a great intro.
Thanks. We're calling it Y'alternative. It's Y'alternative.
Nice.
Great.
A bit of rock, a little bit of country.
Yeah. Yeah. I like it.
I think that's the hardest driven song I've heard by Jenn Ford. That's got a little bit of pizzazz.
Yeah. I'm really a rocker. I'm going straight forward, full steam ahead with that sound. I've got a new song coming out called Piney Woods Justice, and it's the chorus says Piney Woods Justice will be between just us. And yeah, that already creates the imagery of like, yeah, we're going to take care of this. Nobody's got to find out anything at all. And we're really excited about that song. I've got another song called Real Life Vampire, which Kevin was talking about vampires, and I'm talking about an emotional vampire that pulls everything out of you. I got a song called Sudafed Lies, and I don't know if y'all remember a couple years ago that I had a family member that was really struggling with drug use, and I wrote a song kind of about that experience, about watching somebody kind of bury themselves in drugs and how that feels. But that family member's doing great without putting it out there. So we're not worried about that anymore. And then I've got a song called Teach Me that's coming out, and another songwriter actually wrote that song. And I don't take many songs from other people, but this is a personal friend that's been pitching songs in Nashville for a long time. And he just shared a lot of stuff with me and kind of helped inspire me to get back at the drawing board with my stuff. And so I just kind of went through his song list because he'd been trying to get me to pick one of his for a while. And I found one that felt truthful to me, felt like something I could attach myself to. And that's kind of about what it feels like to be cheated on. And it's a good song. It's a great song. I'm proud of it. And I actually recorded that in one take. Chris went to the studio with me. He's never been to the studio. That's my future husband. And I took him through the gauntlet of boot camp, music boot camp, made him learn how to set up all the equipment, learn how to do all the things with all the instruments. And I took him to the studio with me. And he's a very inquisitive guy. He's a master mechanic, so he figures things out very easily. And I was like, look, don't ask any questions. Just be quiet. Come in here and observe. And so it was a little nerve-wracking for me, too. I don't get nervous, but like when I'm under pressure in the studio, that's probably when I'm the most meticulous and critical, because once it's on tape, it's there forever. So I was rehearsing Teach Me, because that was somebody else's song over and over and over and over and over again, more than I rehearsed the ones that I wrote, and even all the way there. And I did the other songs that I'd selected for the day first, and then I came up to that song, and I was like, okay, let's just kind of get a feel for it. And I'm not sure if I actually want to record it today. And he's like, well, just sing it. I'll push play. We'll just get some levels. And I sang it. I closed my eyes. I sang the whole thing. And he's like, that's it. We got it. And I was like, no, were you recording that? I thought we were just getting levels. And he was like, no, it's it. And Chris was like, yeah. And I was like, no, I think we need to do it a couple more times. And that's the one they actually kept, and listened to it back. I was like, man, that'll break your heart. And they're like, yes, you broke my heart singing that. So it's a cool story to be able to tell that.
Yeah. And if I could throw in there the power of music, our granddaughter is suffering or going through leukemia. She's 5 years old, and our son-in-law and my stepdaughter, my wife's daughter, they're both Jacob's still active duty at Fort Carson, and Ashley is a Army veteran, disabled veteran now, and they did a video about their daughter Riley on Instagram, and it just got so many. It was about her shaving her head, and when she looked in the mirror, she said, "I look so pretty." And then we had a country artist from Nashville reach out to them and said, "Can I write a song about this?" And she came up with an incredible, beautiful song. I'll throw it in the chat there, Jen, if you could.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful. just somebody reaching out. And now our granddaughter just goes around singing that song, and it's just amazing what the power of song does.
Music is a healer. It's a healer for me, and it's a healer for the audience, because not only because of sound frequency, because it just there's connections, there's stories that you tell. It shows just how much alike we all are. It shows our humanity.
It does. There's so many avenues you can take with music. The healing power it does for you, Jen, the healing power of the people that hear the message. I find that music is sustenance. I don't know. I'm sure if you dug really hard, you can find there are some people that don't listen to music. I don't know that. I honestly believe everyone listens to some kind of song or music daily, whether it's the radio, whether it's your playlist, whether I just don't think people go around without music. That's my opinion. But
Well, can I tell you what happened to me yesterday? Some lady came onto my page and made it a point to say, your band is entirely too loud. And if you want to see what my response was.
Did you tell her there's a volume?
I said, well, you can go to Walmart or your house or somewhere else, but
earplugs.
It's a band. Like, what do you think? Are we in, where are you? Yes, we're loud. And I'll put horns up. Thank you very much.
I just survived Shine Down. That one was loud.
Yeah.
I knew when the young kids came in with their earplugs in, I was like, oh, dang, it's going to be a loud one.
It is.
Youngsters are wearing them.
Great show.
Oh, they're amazing.
What ages do you teach, Andrea?
8th grade.
8th grade.
Yeah, 13, 14.
Oh, all I get is a lot of the 6, 7 from the kids now.
There's a
The
guy
whole
on
Japanese Little League team is
You're
doing
gone.
that.
You're out. We got to kick you out of here.
I
Drives me
like
crazy.
Yeah. I watched Mr. Lindsay on Facebook. There's new stuff coming.
Oh, no.
Nuts.
What is it now? 7-6
Yeah, like Adam this way.
or 7-8?
Frank, stop what you're doing.
9.
Right. Stop. Well, I think we could sit here and keep conversation going probably for the rest of the night. But sadly and unfortunately, we do have to bring the show to a close. That doesn't mean we're going to go anywhere after. But all of us at some point in many of our shows find a connection, find a message, find a story during the episode. We let Frank lead this off. This is called Final Thoughts. Go ahead, Frank.
Well, a theme in a lot of the shows has been purpose. And what people don't realize is there's a lot of veterans who struggle to find that purpose. But I'll tell you what, one of my favorite things about being on this show is seeing all of our guests that have found that purpose and don't get in a veteran's way when they've found their purpose. Because we're pretty obstinate and we're pretty goal driven. And when we find our purpose, God darn it, we're going to get it and we're going to take it and we're going to run with it as far as we can get. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry, but get out of the way. 'Cause we'll go right over you and keep going and be happy and smiling and be on top of the world, because that's the goal. Find your purpose, grab a hold of it, and run with it as long as you can or until God calls us home.
Thanks,
Frank.
Folks. Mr. Lombardo.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to all of you. Hearing the stories, hearing the interview that I did with Mark and Andrea this past week. I think we talked for an hour and a half and just learned about each other and everything. And as I go into my retirement, as I go into the next phase of my life, I got to figure out what I want to do. And one of the things I love to do now is travel with my wife, and I want to give that opportunity. The Boots to Beaches nonprofit, all of our board members. We want to give that opportunity to those that deserve it, those that honor, and we're restore hope and honor. And we want to give back to all those wonderful people. I wish I could do it for every single application that we get in, but times are tough for everybody, and we understand. But a $25 donation, helps out. A larger, if you're a company out there looking and you think you align with us, please get in touch with us at kevin@bootstobeaches.org, and we welcome everything. And it doesn't matter. There's just so many people out there that need something, and we're hoping to give it to them. So thank you again for all you guys and gals out there that are supporting us.
Thank you, Kevin. Miss Aikman.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you for saying that, Kevin. I always say $4,005 donations is a heck of a bucket to reach into, right? Like if you, it's sometimes easier to go deeper than wider, but it still counts. Everything counts. So thank you for that. And make sure you look up Kevin's Boots to Beaches and try to give if you can. It's a bane. I practiced asking for sponsorships this whole last week, and it's not I'm a relationship maker, so I have to make a big conversation and maybe have a drink at the rail if I'm asking, certain business, and then I can ask, but it's the relationship first. So, but I think that's the gist of this. This is why I love this, the relationships that we've made, the people that we remember, the people that come back, the people that are impressive and impress us. That's all about the relationships that we make. And if we can't make those relationships, we can't make our web tighter to catch all those that maybe need a vacation. I was also thinking about, because Jenn talked a lot, and then Kevin supported the idea of music being healing. It's not just the music, it's sometimes the space that we hear it in. As I was trying to think about, think the vacations that you go on. I actually just talked to a guy that's a drummer today, who has been recording with this band outside of town here, and he's going to Nashville. Well, you know what he wants to know? Who should I go listen to? What music is down there? So it's the space that you're in, the music that you listen to. And so thinking about a cruise in the Bahamas, I'll be a parrot head for a minute and then put some WeP3 radio on and catch Jenn Ford. It's weird, Jenn, your songs are on there. You turn them on. Jenn's got a lot of songs on there, so they're on quite frequently. And that's a piece of it, though. That's a piece of it. And we have all different genres on there. Jenn's style, similar, but changes up. And so there's truly something for everybody on there. When you find that one, you might have to go somewhere else to find them in a continuous rotation, but there really, truly is. There's music for every angle out there. And you can enjoy that on your vacations. I want to thank you guys for coming. It was a great night. I just looked. I'm like, whoa, it's over 2 hours. Where did it go? It's going. But thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing. And we can't wait to see you guys again.
Miss Ford.
I mean, you guys are awesome. I'm glad I'm here as usual, getting caught up with you. I want to encourage Kevin as he's getting out. He's got a way better plan than I did when I got out, because I kind of got out under duress with my kids. There was a lot going on and I had to make rapid changes. But one thing that I know that most veterans talk about that struggle is marrying the two. And if you've already got something that's kind of positioning you with a mission to help veterans, then it'll be a lot easier for you to find your way, instead of trying to, now I've got to go do this. Like, I'm going to learn noodle making and do that now. Like, well, okay, that's cool, but you're still an airman, you're still a soldier, you're still a veteran. You need to find your community and make your friends with people that are like-minded and mission-driven like you, and it'll be a lot more stable. and file for all your benefits because you have earned all your benefits. Don't wait. Do that.
Absolute blessed for this evening. Again, I just get to talk about the proud papa moments and seeing how we've watched Jenn Ford grow over the last 6 years, and it's just been absolutely amazing watching one of the hardest working musicians in the industry. I will put it out there. I've seen it. I've watched it. I know what happens. Mr. Lombardo, super excited about what you're doing, and it is greatly needed in our world. Just the break, just the opportunity, just the lighten the load opportunity. I've been building some new narratives for the People's Patriot Project, and we are the watch. We've been trained as veterans and as first responders. You literally need to take care of yourself, and there's no guarantee someone is going to be there to come get you. I'm going to tell you right now, the People's Patriot Project will walk by your side at any given point. We won't lead your way, but we will walk with you in whatever way you need and whatever support that is. But we are the watch, and I think it's important that anyone that claims that they're a supporting organization or a supporting influencer needs to take ownership of that. And if you're not interested in staying awake until the wee hours of the morning to listen to someone talk through what they're dealing with, then maybe it's not for you, and that's okay. There's some people that run to burning buildings, and there's a lot of people that run out of burning buildings. That's the reality. I'm one personally. Me, I run to the burning building. That's I want to make sure life and property. I don't really care about property that much. I care more about life, but we'll do what we can. I never lost a foundation ever since I became a firefighter. Never lost a foundation, but we have lost some people, and that's a sad story in a lot of cases. We are going to do what we can to accommodate whatever need comes across our plate and comes across if you see the beacon, check it out. That's what we do. I want to thank the amazing guests we had on tonight. I want to thank the listeners and the viewers that we had to come in that commented today. Thank you for all that you've done. We appreciate you. And the WeP3 team, those that are helping with the podcast and live stream, thank you, Andrea and Frank. Thank you for our families that support us in what we're doing. Thank you for the People's Patriot Project organization, the people that put it together. It can't get done without this amazing team, and we greatly appreciate it. Coming up again tomorrow, we will be here at 16:30 to share the WeP3 weekly debrief, what we are working on specifically to help veterans and first responders across the country. And then next Sunday at 1800 Central Standard Time, we got Lee Stuckey of A Hero Records and the mayor and the amazing Aaron Justice coming. Sorry, tickle. We're super excited. We get to do this every week, and we get to be part of something and real conversations that are aimed to make a difference. Good to see you, brother.
Bingo. Hi, Dom.
Come check us out. Go check your six. And remember,
Hey.
we are the watch.
Do, sir.
Patriot Pride.